Today, we're taking an in-depth look at Xiaomi's latest ride, the M365 Pro, an update on the hugely popular Xiaomi M365. The previous model is one of the highest selling electric scooters out there and just an all-round great ride, so right from the start everyone here at Pure Scooters had high hopes for the Pro. We're going to be looking at what's changed since the original version, some of the new features, and give you an idea of how it's performed on some of the real-world tests we've put it through. Out of the box you get the scooter, which comes in two easily connectable parts, along with a UK charging cable, extended tyre pump adapter, some screws, screwdriver, manual, and how could we forget the two moisture absorbing packets. Building the scooter is easy. Just feed through the cables and the handlebar just slots right into the main frame. Fasten it in place with 4 screws and you've built a scooter far quicker than you could have built flat pack furniture. At 14.2 kilograms, it weighs in slightly heavier than the previous model, which some might find less convenient to carry around, but really this only becomes an issue over long distances. Plus the extra weight gives it a nice solid feel, which starts to give you an idea of just how well crafted the ride really is. The scooter is just over a metre long when folded, so it's still simple to store wherever you need. To fold, it's just the same as the original M365. All you need to do is release the adjustable clamp, fold it down, and then the handlebar hooks onto the back wheel, holding it nicely in place. To get going, just switch it on, push forward once or twice and hold down the accelerator. With the additional weight, we expected the M365 Pro to feel more sluggish at the start, but the superior 474 watt battery means the acceleration is similar to the lighter model, if not slightly more zippy. In speed mode, the scooter reaches a top speed of 25 km per hour, which is about 15 miles per hour if you don't have your calculator handy, and it gets there in a time of 7.5 seconds. It also comes with 2 additional modes, Drive and Eco, where the top speed gets capped at 15 km per hour in exchange for a longer battery range. As for the sound, it's pretty much the same as the original, barely noticeable. You just get the usual hum like most electric scooters and vehicles, but it's not overpowering. It stops just like the M365, which is just like a bike. Just squeeze the lever on the handlebar and the slightly upgraded 120mm brake disc will get you stopped from top speed in around 7 metres. The M365 series doesn't come with any suspension. The Pro version uses the same 8.5-inch air-filled tyres as the original model, which do a good job on observing most minor bumps for everyone here at Pure Scooters, especially when compared to the rubber tyres some other scooters use. It handles just as well on uneven ground, and the larger base and grippy texture means you always feel in control, even at high speeds, making this easily one of the best options for first-time and inexperienced riders. Going uphill, the stronger battery is really noticeable. It didn't feel like it was struggling at any point, and although there was the expected drop in speed, we never felt the need to push it ourselves. For people using their scooter in and around the city, it's unlikely you'll find many hills you can't climb. The wider frame means there's a bit more space for your feet, making longer rides more comfortable. This is good news as the new larger battery can take you up to 38 kilometres or around 23 miles on a single charge. That's 14 kilometres or a third of a marathon more than the standard M365. This really is one of the largest capacity batteries we've found so far on any electric scooter. Whether you use the M365 Pro for getting around or just for fun, a bigger battery means greater range and more time riding. When it does need charging, Xiaomi have kept it nice and simple with a single power slot on one side that plugs straight into the wall with UK plug. The larger battery does mean longer charge times, and it takes around 8.5 hours for a complete charge, but for overnight charges, this isn't really an issue. Another thing we love about the M365 Pro is the updated display screen, which shows you all the important information you need. It's easy to see your current speed, riding mode, battery life, and some maintenance symbols, even in bright sunlight. When we took it out in lower light, we found that the front-facing LEDs, which were turned on with a single press of a power button, were nice and bright, doing a decent job of lighting up the way ahead. And if you download the Xiaomi app and sync it to your scooter, you can get even more information with average speeds and battery life all on your phone. It also gives you an optional cruise control mode which maintains your current speed even when you take your hand off the accelerator. Overall, Xiaomi have done an awesome job on their latest scooter, and it's right up there with the best ones we've tested so far. The main selling points are the improved battery life, which will keep you riding for longer. Plus the new screen display, coupled with the slightly tweaked aesthetic look, makes the scooter feel overall a lot slicker. Although with the battery is bigger, it is a touch heavier than the standard M365, which means the acceleration and top speed haven't changed much. Whether you're looking at getting your first electric scooter or upgrading from your current ride, the M365 Pro is definitely worth looking into when it launches here in the UK. For all the latest electric scooters and gear at the best prices, head to purescooters.com.